All right, we're going to call to order the meeting of the Nassau County Interim Finance Authority and Audit and Internal Controls Committee. I would point out that 6 of the 7 board members are here, including 3 of the 4 members of the committee. The board members are here and are invited to ask questions if they have any, but what that will do is necessarily reduce the amount of time we might spend on this topic at a future board meeting should the need arise, because we'll have discussed it in the presence of the full board, and they will have had an opportunity to ask questions. I'll also point out that we received the materials from RSM in advance, which may limit the extent to which the presentation needs to go into full detail, and also may limit the extent to which we have questions because we've either asked them or answered them by reading the materials in advance. So with that, I would ask for a motion to approve the minutes from our October meeting.
Motion.
Second. Made in second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
I vote aye. The minutes are approved unanimously. The second and only other item on our agenda is the presentation by RSM, our external auditors, on the 2017 audit plan. And you have a podium worthy of the Oscars now, guys. Great.
Good evening. For the record, my name is Scott Bassett. I'm a partner at RSM. I'm the signing partner on the engagement. Jen Katz is with me. Jen is a newly promoted partner at RSM this October. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to have Jen.
We pause and congratulate Jen. We've worked with Jen before at other firms. Congratulations on making partner. Sorry, back to you.
So I'm going to give Jen all the hard work and let her do the presentation. But really what we're going over tonight is some required communication before we start the audit, some planning information, concepts that we used during the audit, and just really to provide the information that you are the audit committee, we do work for you, and it's a two-way communication back and forth. So if any items would come up, we would certainly contact you, and certainly we would hope you'd do the same for us. But with that, we'll give it to Jen, and she can go through the required communications with you. And if you have any questions, we certainly be happy to answer those for you. So, go ahead.
Thank you, Scott. So you have before you our letter regarding certain matters over the plan, scope, and timing of the audit. So I'm not going to go through everything in the letter. I do want to highlight some of the important aspects. The most important being two-way communication. So if we identify anything during the audit that we think warrants your attention, we would bring it to your attention immediately. And in return, we would ask that if there's anything you're aware of, that you bring it to our attention, specifically anything that may be related to fraud, significant matters that could impact the scope of our audit, or any other items, internal control, significant transactions that we need to be aware of to do an effective audit. I'd also like to highlight that we perform our audit using the concept of materiality. So what that means is we perform an audit to obtain reasonable assurance that the financials are free of material misstatement and not absolute. So we don't test 100% of the transactions. For timing of the audit, we actually are planning to start the planning procedures at the end of this month. And then toward the end of February into March, we would do most of the field work. There are certain items that sometimes don't become available until a little bit after that, but we would wrap up in time typically for your spring meeting so that we can present the audit at that time. So I just want to open it up if there's anything at this time that you feel needs to be communicated to us.
Just a few questions for the record. Is our timing that you have planned for our audit consistent with what the county needs for us to be included as a component unit in their financial statements?
Yes.
So we're ahead of that curve, if not contemporaneous with it.
Yes.
Okay. And are there any staff changes on your engagement team about which we should be aware or concerned?
No, so Scott and I will both be returning, and we review all of the work that's performed. We guide our team through it. We do have a new audit senior. He has worked on, he has a lot of county experience transferring from our RSM Miami office, worked on Miami-Dade County, has a lot of relevant experience. So other than that change, which I see as a good change, no other interruptions.
And we have, as you know, the same 5 staff. And with an assistance from Albrecht, Vigero, and Zurich, and you're still comfortable working with that arrangement where we get supplemental assistance from an outside county firm?
Yes.
That's fine. Also, just from an awareness perspective, and you mentioned it, but just so that you're aware and for the record and for the benefit of the replay as well, should you ever encounter a situation, which we don't expect and never have experienced, where you aren't getting cooperation, you're not getting an answer to your questions, and you feel you need to reach out, feel free to reach out to me or any of the other members of the audit committee or the board for that matter to get redress and get the answers so that we can have the audit function the way it should. Again, it's never happened, but it is a two-way door of communication, and you need to know that we're as accessible to you as you are to us.
Great, we appreciate that.
Are there any questions for the auditors? And we are not required to take any action on your plan,
No.
other than to acknowledge that we've received it, which we have. So with that, thank you for your time. Congratulations
Thank you.
again.
Thank
Get
you.
home and have another party to celebrate your promotion. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Made.
Second.
All in favor, aye? Aye. Vote aye, and the meeting is adjourned at 6:47.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll put on the, our other hats, which is the full board of NYSA, and we'll call to order the meeting of Thursday, January 5th, 2017 of the Nassau County Interim Finance Authority. The first item on the agenda would be the approval of the minutes. If anybody has any corrections or additions, please let us know. Otherwise, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
I wasn't here, so I'll vote present.
Okay. The minutes are approved and accepted. And the next item on the agenda is the approval of revenue anticipation note borrowing by the Nassau Healthcare Corporation, which does receive a county guarantee. So, Evan, do you want to address this for?
I was going to do it, Adam.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So, you're correct. This is a cash flow borrowing that the National Healthcare Corporation wants to participate in. This is the 7th year, I believe, that we've approved one of them for them. This one's for approximately $45 million. The money that they get from this cash flow borrowing, they use to pay their pension payment annually, and they use some of it for working capital. The note is then repaid through money they get from the state through their indigent care program and their disproportionate share program. So we do this every year. The note is a one-year note, and so far they've been able to repay their notes in a timely fashion.
And is it better rate arbitrage to do it with these rates than to pay the state's rate on deferring the pension payments? Is that most of the economic driver
As far as
behind it?
we know, it's cheaper for them as opposed to paying a penalty for paying the state rate.
Yeah, the state's-
It's better to pay
It's an interest
the
penalty.
VIG on this as opposed to paying the VIG on that, yes.
Got it.
So,
And
staff
then we've
recommends.
received any comfort letter from the hospital that
Well, with the
that they are solvent?
Well, the hospital is ironically meeting as we speak tonight to adopt their own budget. As far as we know, they're going to adopt the budget, which is going to be balanced, and they are going to be continuing as an ongoing concern. We don't know of any monies that they currently intend to ask the county for, nor is the county obligated to pay any money directly to them. The only obligation the county now has is they are guaranteeing, they are the guarantor of approximately $200 million in long-term debt, which the county has outstanding. That debt will be guaranteed until, I believe, 2026? 2029. Other than,
Does the county anticipate having to provide any additional support to the hospital?
it's not in the county's budget, nor have we heard that they're going to be asking for it. There are always fears that if the other shoe drops at the hospital and things go poorly, that the county might step in as a moral obligation. But as far as we know, they have no other legal obligation.
So there's no support payment in the current year budget, in the 2017 budget?
There's no support payment. That payment was eliminated a year or two ago.
County board, you don't know about hospital board.
The budget being presented to the hospital board
Is
tonight
the
does
hospital-
not include any county support.
From the county, and the county has no support payment in its.
Right, no, that's what I was saying. I'm sorry if I was unclear.
No,
There's
the
nothing in,
books of the world
there's
are
nothing
aligned.
in the county budget that anticipates that they're giving money to the hospital,
Yeah.
nor does the hospital anticipate that they're getting any money from the county. The only obligation is the guaranteeing of their debt. Okay?
Are there any other questions?
No, I'll
And
move.
staff recommend we sign this?
Yes, we see no reason not to sign it. It's substantially the same as happened in the past, substantially the same professionals involved and costs. Yes.
I'll move it, Mr. Chairman.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the resolution carries and is approved. The next item on the agenda is the consideration of county contract for legal aid Society of Nassau County. It meets the requirement of being over $5 million. It's in the amount of $6.65 million.
Yes, we have this about this time of year every year. This is to provide legal representation for those in need, and this is on the operating budget. Are there any questions or comments?
Has the county verified this is the lowest cost provider for these kinds of services?
It is the sole source provider.
Or is it ever competitively solicited?
Isn't there another provider, though? Is it the 18B? That's the Bar Association.
Bar Association.
Are the rates consistent?
This contract's consistent with the legal aid society contract last year. It's 2.5% higher.
Okay. Are there any other questions? If not, entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Next item on the agenda is an extension of the deadline for the order of Nassau County to compile certain labor-related documents. Darren, do you want to comment on this?
So as you know, in November at your meeting, you ordered the county attorney to provide you with comprehensive contracts for their labor unions. The county at first was a bit taken back, but they have now graciously agreed to proceed with all due haste to put these contracts together. Their sense was that the original deadline we gave them, which was the end of January, was too soon. So we met with them. I received written correspondence from them, and I'm satisfied that they are moving diligently to compile these contracts. So the piece before you recommends that the deadline to produce these contracts be extended to the end of March, and also gives the chairman the ability to extend that an additional month at his discretion. So as I say, having met with them, having received correspondence from them, I feel confident that they're moving forward with this. Whether they'll actually be able to ultimately do it within that deadline, I don't know, but I think it's a long enough lead time.
Just further support for the reasonableness of the request. I mean, in the 2014 labor negotiations, you're privy to the size of the pile of paper they're trying to compile. It is substantial.
It's substantial, but I don't know how much of it is repetitious. So when all is said and done, the actual document which is produced may be substantially smaller. So that remains to be seen. So yes, they have a lot of work to do to go through it.
Okay. I'll move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that motion carries.
So
The next item on the agenda is resolution number 17, which is the approving of the county proposed bid for certain real property. Just remind the members and for the public benefit that the members of the board and staff have been provided information regarding this request from the county, but under a confidentiality agreement. So we agreed not to disclose certain specific details of the actual bid. But go ahead.
So I'll be brief. I mean, what you're authorizing here is a bid at a foreclosure auction for a condominium which is located at 500 Drummond Road West. The condominium is Unit 2, and it's in Bethpage. And the building which they're going to make a bid on currently houses the Office of Emergency Management under a lease and other various county facilities, including some police facilities, some regular county facilities. So we're authorizing a bid, and the reason we're not indicating the amount is it would put the county at a competitive advantage for the sale, which I believe is taking place within the next week. Excuse me?
Disadvantage.
Did I say excuse me? Disadvantage.
Unless you've got some view of the value.
Freudian slip, yeah. Excuse me. So the number is being kept under seal in Al Capone's safe, so I would put them at a disadvantage. So I'm asking you to approve the bid up to the amount which was discussed at your prior meeting in an executive session and in correspondence which I've sent to you.
And the source of funds for the bid?
I don't know whether that's public. Is that public?
No. That would imply...
General account these funds.
They are. It's not public.
That would set a value.
They're not my. It's not my money. That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
But it's, yes, it's county-related funds.
What does staff recommend on this?
Well, staff doesn't recommend or not recommend. All I can tell you is that staff has looked at the facts of the situation and found nothing which would indicate that this is not an appropriate item to bid for. Whether it's a good business decision or not, we can't tell you, but we've looked at the facts and we've explored it, and from that point of view, we have no objections to it. And I certainly have no legal objections to it. I don't know if that answers your question to your satisfaction. Well, staff's not, it's a business decision of whether this should be bid on. Staff doesn't make business decisions. That is for you to make. But as I say, we haven't found any reason to object to it.
You think the board is qualified to make business decisions on this?
Well, that is more your responsibility than is staff, to be honest with you. We can only present the facts to you, and I presented the facts to you in as impartial a fashion as I can.
than the staff?
I can't really answer that. I think that's more within your purview than mine. As I say, you're the decision makers, but we give you are the facts. We've given you the facts as we understand them. If you feel you're incapable of making a decision on the facts, then I would recommend that you abstain or not vote. If you feel that you're comfortable making a decision on the facts, then you should vote for it.
Given the other alternatives that were provided to us and the information that was provided to us, it seems that approving this would not be approving an excess or a waste of county funds for an inappropriate purpose. So it seemed to me to be the most cost-effective approach.
Again, we found nothing which was untoward here. We looked very carefully at the amount being bid, at the appraisals that were being bid, at the property which is being bid for, at the building, everything within the powers that we had as a very limited staff under a very brief period of time. There was something which I thought was not appropriate, I would certainly tell you. And at this point, neither I nor anyone on staff has found anything. The best I can tell you at this
I
time.
move to adopt Nassau County Interim Finance Authority Resolution Number 17.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Opposed.
Wait. Opposed. You're opposed?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's
it's
4-2.
4-2. Okay. The motion carries and it's approved.
Motion to adjourn? You got anything else?
There's a second?